Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to week 10. Dr. Bob here. Okay, so your research papers were due yesterday. I received most of them. Keep in mind, any work that you do turn in late is subject to a 10% per day reduction in your score. So, when assignments are due, get them in. And, I've heard students say time and again, well, I had this happen or that happen. Can I get an extension? And I'm usually good about giving an extension. But remember, and many of you already know this, you're already in the workplace. But when you're in the workplace, your boss isn't going to say, oh, that report, yeah, that's fine. You can turn it in tomorrow, even though the meeting was today. So I do this to try to encourage and to instill in you the idea that a deadline is a deadline and your work must get done by that time. So uh, anyway, enough said about that. I think you know that conversation very well. So yeah, the research paper was due yesterday. I'll start looking at them today. I've looked at a few of them, just touched on them. Like I said, my method is to read them all through, kind of see where we are as a class, and then go through them individually and grade them. I'm confident I'm going to read some really good papers there. On the subject of your research paper, I do tell students all the time, save your work. You may find, particularly those of you who are sociology majors or social science majors, you may find that you can use this paper again some point. I've had students who use their research paper as their master's thesis, or I've had a few who've even gone on to use it as their doctoral dissertation. So save it, who knows. Okay, this week you have your last discussion board, your last quiz before we go into the final exam week. So this week, let me touch first quick on this on the discussion board, and then I'll talk just briefly about the final exam. So our discussion board this week is all about social planning. I ask you to look at the social problems within your own community. I got Shelby here wanting to come up. Come here, Shelby. Come here. Oh, want to say hello? Say hello, Shelby. Anyway, um, so social planning. One of the courses I teach is social problems. And I ask students to look at their community and identify the social problems in their community. And of course, there are many, and to come up with some proposed solutions. That's what we do as social scientists. Too often we get criticized for being ivory tower academics who only criticize what's going on in the world, but we don't have any answers. Well, I argue against that. Obviously, I'm a public sociologist, and I believe that we as social scientists, we have something to offer. We have our tools, our skills, our knowledge, our ability to conduct research, to affect policy. And so that's really what you'll be doing with this week's discussion board, is to look at some of the social problems in your community, look at some of the attempts to resolve those problems, but also investigate new ideas. What are some things that perhaps we haven't looked at or we haven't tried? Okay, final exam. Final exam will begin next week, 1 week from today. You have almost the whole week. I think it's up until Friday or Saturday, I think is the deadline. Final exam will be just like the midterm in that you'll be given an option of 4 questions to answer. You can answer just one of them, but you have your choice of which one to answer. What you may find is a lot of the work you've already done, whether it's in the discussion boards or in the research paper, will apply to the final exam. So that's about all I have for this week. Again, as always, I'm here. I'm here to see you succeed. But of course, you've got to do the work. And I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise to you. So if there's any questions that you might have, always I'm there for you. Just send me an email or contact me by phone, whatever you need to do, and we'll work it through. So far, things are looking pretty good this term. Most of you are doing quite well. So keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks. Have a great week. Bye.